Gold Duck, you've never let anyone down. I just love when dumb Pokémon like that have very specific counters to like meta threats.
Damn it, Brain. Instead of talking to Gita privately in your room, do you have a place where we could discuss this more discreetly? You show up in Penny's room, and Penny's like sitting in there like watching anime or something. What the hell? Damn it. And then, because of speaking Spanish, instead of, like, mi casa, su casa, mi casa, it's just...
I need to remember to change the logs later. Just goes back to eating chips and watching the anime.
That's what Penny does. Which gym leader do you feel is the easiest to face in battle?
Or is the answer all of them?
Honestly, in a lot of ways, like, no joke, just because of the way the game works, and in my story specifically, these two were really simple. We only had one battle.
I would just say the first.
I will say Katie, but, like, realistically, these two were pretty easy. I had a fire type. And even in the rematch, her bug types were not that great, honestly.
Yes.
Yeah. Who left the strongest impression? Definitely not Tula. Strongest impression could be taken like a few different ways. And in many ways, it's kind of her more because of Carson. That's definitely Carson's answer. Yeah, let's go. Most trouble.
In this specific instance, I would actually say Rhyme, just because the like Mimikyu is one of those, due to its oddly specific typing, it just cucks everything.
Well, in the rematches, even in the story,
I feel like these questions are sort of more tied to the rematches, and
yes.
I also remember because the game has no way to track any of this. It's like this is all nonsense anyway.
Yeah. Which gym leader did you like the most? What's that? You know what, Larry?
I will, like, other than Larry, hey, King Drunk. Other than Larry, I will be that guy. I do think most of these gym leaders are kind of mid.
The problem with this game, and we both...
And I'm not even entirely talking about, like, difficulty or anything.
They're...
Also, like, sort of talking personality. Like, I guess Katie is kind of interesting, where it's like you made a bug, you have to rest. It says you should rest for today.
Bullshit.
I guess I will say, like, he's kind of...
1 week later.
I told you to rest for a day, not a week. You should have come and guided me up then. Anyways,
there it goes.
I wasn't really talking about, like, the battle or anything. Was any of them was more... was sort of talking about their, like, personality.
Their personalities in this game.
Though I guess that's also one of those moments where I will be fair and say that's not a sort of specific modern thing. That's a problem a bunch of the games have had for years. And if we're gonna be that guy, the only game that ever really fixed this, well, the only two that ever really fixed this were Black and White. And then Sun and Moon, because those are the only games that have the gym leader / gym leader equivalents actually constantly.
And I will make a caveat, because I brought this up in a question of the day, where I think Gen 4 is the first gen where the gym leaders actually have at least somewhat interesting characteristics and personalities, and do stand out a little bit more, because this, like, Crasher Wake.
Crasher Wake will always live rent-free in your head.
Oh. Oh, wait. I solved the problem. It's this guy now.
Yes.
Yeah. Tournament, and then we can beat up Mewtwo. I've been meaning to do this post-game anyway. Yeah. Very good. So, basically, you have to do a tournament. After you do a tournament, you then should be able to have the game bring up the terror raids.
So just do
Now, I'm hoping that it's been calculating my raids, because otherwise I'm going to have to do like an hour of raids until the game...
So, if we can't do the raids because it's really good enough on its own, might have to, like, you know, stop the recording after the tournament and shit.
And then beat up Mewtwo another day before this event ends, because I didn't...
This event ends, like...
in like another week.
It basically, I think, ends on the
I
day
have
that
everything I would need.
I think it ends on the day the DLC comes out.
Yes. I have everything I would need.
Or if not on the day the DLC comes out, it's like 2 or 3 days later.
Okay.
Because it's like a full 2 weeks, and then because if it ended exactly on 2 weeks, it would have like ended in the middle of the week, and that's like weird. So it's like 2 weeks and a weekend.
Bring on, bitch.
I will clap all of you.
Bring it on, puny mortals.
Then one of them just throws out a Mewtwo. Like that guy in the anime that just casually brought a Darkrai to the one tournament.
Yeah.
Which I have several questions about. Especially because Skepti was then able to fight that thing the fuck. Because even outside of, like, the game mechanics and shit, we have, like, Darkrai was able to fight, you know, Palkia and Dialga in the movie. Hey, look, it's the big Chungus.
The biggest Chungus.
Let's see, is the tournament still around level 60?
I believe it's like around 60, 65.
Because even if it's only like 5 levels higher, you know, level
Yep.
67. Okay, it is higher, just not much higher. Because, you know, as you start to get into level 70 and 80, that's when things might start to actually get close enough.
Close enough to maybe survive some neutrals, but we're also dealing with a legendary that naturally has a ridiculous attack boost in the sunlight.
Small villain, which can again have chlorophyll, so... But the thing, I think speed was only like 80, so... Again, would have to actually be really close for that to matter. Plus, I don't even know if his has chlorophyll. I can't even remember if that was a regular ability or not.
I'm pretty sure it is.
Because God's Cool Villain is so...
Oh, Garganackle. Fun.
God's Cool Villain is so disappointing. Okay, you might live, but not because of stats.
It might be sturdy.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you might live because of sturdy. Oh, no. Purifying Salt. Interesting.
Good, but it doesn't block. Ooh, Toad Scroll. Fun.
Skull villain so disappointing? They had potential. It was a fire grass type. It could have been a menace in the sun, and then they give him no coverage.
Cloister, interesting.
Yeah, it actually has 6 Polygon and not.
Yes. Cloister also has a fuck ton of physical defense.
Can Cloister have sturdy? I can't remember.
I believe so, yes.
Huh. But again, it actually doesn't have sturdy. Yeah, of course, Mavasta is the last one.
I have to do something for memes. This is for pure memes. Thanks, bud. I have to know.
I believe it's going to be like when you fault him, he should make it pure dark. I believe he just travels it into dark, because it's like when you fault him.
Yeah, it should be pure dark, but I have to know. I'm clicking. Yeah. I'm clicking Sucker Punch because I'm just legitimately curious. Yep.
That's the resisted for you. Burn, burn, burn. Damn it.
It's fine.
The funny thing is, I know you did that because it's just slow as fuck, but if you were going to do that, you should have actually done Kowtow Cleave because of that being an ass hair stronger. Because that brought it down to yellow, is it 5 or 10 points?
What?
Isn't Kowtow Cleave 80 power?
It's 85.
Oh, actually, it's like 15 points stronger than Sucker Punch. That might have actually killed it.
It's 85 and it doesn't miss.
So, because of the stab and the Defiant boost, because 70 off the resisted brought it to yellow, Kowtow Cleave being 15 points stronger might
have actually killed, yes.
Or the last pixel of red. Because with the damage...
I was curious because of Sucker Punch being slightly lower power. And it being resisted, which I knew. Sucker Punch might be a problem. But that was just me testing some stuff. Because of Intimidate, and it's just like, let's just see. Hey, it's resisted, and I still did a clean half.
Yeah.
Fucking love you, Nobunaga. Arcanine!
Now, are you Intimidate? That's the question. Oh, it actually is. Son of a bitch.
Do get all my moves back. Well, Swords Dance, see what you do.
It's probably just gonna go for damage. I can't remember if this thing can... Oh, yeah, play her off.
That's right, you don't 90 accuracy. And I have friendship power. Shiakazing! Now the rest of these are gonna fall like a stack of dominoes. Slowest bro! Slow. He's slow.
Big slow.
Big on the HP side, big on the physical defense.
But it's back to level 65, so...
I have my Sun Boost.
Yeah.
I have my Swords Dance.
And it's also one of those, not...
Well, okay, it's not full sword. Swallow. Oh, wait, I don't know what that is. It's the poison type.
Yeah.
Also kind of thick, just by averages, but it's... Of course you do. Oh!
The game never clicked Protect! What is this?
Oh, it's that kind of party. It's fine. I don't need sun. I've still got my plus.
Okay, you say you don't need a sun, but this is one of those things that is thick enough where things might actually happen. Especially if it has stamina and can survive the first. Okay, good.
It's the level gap.
Yes.
And I'm at +1. Ooh, Loranta's fine.
Yeah, I guess I know it's the level
Hot. Grass type, not a bug type.
Yes. Because the first form is Foam Mantis, because Foam is fake. So it's fake Mantis.
Gone.
Because Relantis, it's a joke about the Orchid Mantis, which is
It's a reverse of an Orchid Mantis.
Which is a flower that looks like a... well, it's a bug that looks like a flower, so Relantis is a flower that looks like a bug. Because it's just pure grass.
Farigarath. Now, the thing is... Because of Terastal...
It could
become normal,
so
it could become...
Just
Terastal. It could become normal, it could become psychic. I'm just going...
I was going to say Terastal yourself and Click Dragon.
I just need to click Dragon unless he pulls the weirdest fucking fairy type out of his butt.
I'm pretty sure it's not going to. They're probably just going to make it, like... Yeah,
Psychic.
Of course.
No, Dragon Claw will be fine. Boop. Ah.
And...
Take that, you tall horse.
God, that's... Like, I know that's one of those stupid, like, cursed meme things, but that's basically what a giraffe is when you think about it. It's a tall horse.
A giraffe is a tall horse.
I guess technically it's a long horse.
You're a long horse.
Longer in Longland.
Horse! In English, everything is extended. It's not a horse, it's a horse! It's a dog!
Because they would have to match the lip flaps, that same joke has to probably exist in some form in the Japanese version. Because you don't always need to match lip flaps.
Oh, the fighting lady. I believe she favors fighting types.
Didn't she say that at some point?
Is that yeah, and she has a fist. Is that teacher that like? Yep.
Yeah, Phalanx.
Hey, buddy.
The boys.
The whole squad is here. Hashtag squad goals.
Yeah.
I do love Phalanx though. Bop.
I love the concept of it, especially because, you know, when people, like, saw that thing at first, because it's designed to look like a caterpillar, it could.
Tauros might have Intimidate.
It's the regional version. Do those still have it?
Yes.
Hmm.
Let's just use some other stuff. They can have Intimidate.
Hmm. Oh, it's the fire one, too.
It's fine.
It's just sun-boosted fire, that's one of those that...
Yes, but this should just...
Also, that should show you the fucking level cap, is that you're faster than that thing. And Tauros' speed is like 100. This doesn't have any speed training, does it? Or does
Minimum.
it? Oh.
It's Medicham! Psychic fighting.
Okay, this is like one of the few things that can actually maybe be threatening. Okay. Threatening this over. When Medicham enters the field, you show it respect.
The other Tauros.
Oh, it's probably the water one. Unless she literally has all three.
12 for my attack.
But it's water Tauros, so, you know, infinitely less threatening because it can't hit, because a ghost.
Yeah, but I could probably... And a Holo... Yeah, Holo Gem. I thought that's what that said. fighting type that's part flying. So,
Wait, actually, would Thunderbolt have been?
it might have been an ass hair stronger because.
Wait, 90 double versus
Says
80, like
80-50.
80 half.
And Hariyama. Yeah, this is fine. You are right about. My stab's still ridiculous.
Oh, you're still using the boy.
The thing is, this is a fighting type, so it can't hit me with normal, it can't hit me with fighting.
Yes.
It has to go coverage.
It can't fake out. It can't fighting. I believe it gets earthquake, so it can ground, but she's probably going to translate into pure fighting, because that seems to again be the gimmick of these in the tournament, is they make what...
It's one of the two types.
But Hariyama is single type, so should...
Yep. Yeah, you're not getting any fighting damage.
Though Hariyama does actually have knockoff, so if it lives this, which it... Hariyama is kind of fat.
Hariyama has a really high HP stat, but its defense and special defense are base 60.
Yes.
144 base HP, its defense and special defense are base 60.
And in terms of coverage moves, it could learn that could have fucked you up, like
you have knockoff, you have earthquake.
I think it gets fire punch, so it could have had any of those.
You get the elemental punches. Hariyama
or at least got the elemental punches at some point. Again, I don't know if you still.
Hariyama might have guts. Burn it at your own risk, unless you can confirm it's not guts.
Yeah.
Because burn would make physical attack damage 50% lower, except guts makes it 50% higher while ignoring the drop. I have Ursaluna. We've talked about this last match. And...
of course.
Of course it's you. A special guest joining the tournament. I didn't even enter. I just showed... Damn. Kita's just walking in, and it's like some other person is like going to be my opponent. She just, move out of the way, small child. Just pushes me out.
You can't do that. She just throws money at someone, they like count it. Carry on. They just walk off counting it. Also, while it's not a lot, remember, you do get small amounts of extra money if you use Make It Rain. So if you bring a EV train...
Yeah, and her team is just going to be like a crap...
Let's see levels, because she was already on level 65 and shit, so if this goes into the low 70s, you're getting to the point where... Oh,
69.
Nice.
That's fine. You do not take hits well.
You don't take physical hits well. It has the ability that copies stat boost, so again, do not boost in front of it.
Go out.
I don't remember what any of Go-Go's abilities are. None of them are applicable in this scenario.
Not really.
At least I don't think.
And I don't think Go-Go is going to one.
It might be able to.
Yeah, that's fine.
That was 4 times effective.
Give me that health back.
Well, again, that.
Crit.
Oh, because it's based on the amount of damage you dealt. Critting wouldn't have mattered because it only has so much HP.
Ooh, the King Gambit.
Her King Gambit, it should have this. Yeah.
Supreme Overlord. Except King Gambit. Here's the thing, it's slow.
Yes.
It is really slow.
It is really slow. Not just really slow. It is also really fat.
I will click, and yeah, you didn't even chip me with Sucker Punch. That, yeah, crit again.
King Gambit is not only slow.
I used one on my Trick Room team. It's still dark, so you have a full...
That's why I brought up King Gambit is also really fat, so if you have weight-based damage, you can low kick it and it dies. Breaking the mole, but again, don't matter.
Mole Breaker does not stop any bullshit I'm doing.
Yes. Because at the +2, anything that would have maybe been able to survive being slightly closer in level probably can't now.
Avalok has a really high physical defense and a really good HP stat.
So this is like one of the only things that might be able to, but because of the bigger super effective, yeah, you ain't living that one. Drain Punch, it could have
maybe, but that's going to be...
Because I have seen people get overconfident against her and think, oh, Avalok is slow and bad, and then they're like, why did it live that?
Because its HP and physical defense are obnoxious. It's 97 base HP and 184 base physical defense.
Yes. I was gonna say do Dragon, because she should Terrestrial. Does she do Rock or Poison? I can't remember.
Normally Rock.
Oh, so he actually could have clicked.
Normally Rock. But I'm going to take a safe middle ground.
Because it could actually live the, like... Yeah, it is Rock. Because if it was Poison, it would actually resist fighting at that point.
Yes.
That was why it was like, just use Dragon. Because I couldn't remember what...
I'm at plus motherfucking 2!
And Glamora is one of those Pokemon. It is set to be special and not physical. It's more heavily invested in its special.
It's a lot more special focused.
Yeah. Meaning its special defense is somewhat fat.
That's the power of Sword Dance.
Yes.
And Eevee training. And level 100. And a legendary.
Yes.
Booyah.
One way you could get more obnoxious if you had a life orb, though that would have been hilarious, is like you have a life orb and you've taken half like your HP of damage and life orb recoil.
Sweet. Swords Dance is 2 stages to attack, so it doubled my attack stat.
Yes.
And the level gap, it doesn't matter. It would have to be applicable in level where we would have to be close. And even then, being...
You would need to be close and then hit a resisted hit, like the whole King Gambit using Sucker Punch because of that being resisted.
That was more for the memes.
Even then, we don't know the damage roll, so there is a chance that could have possibly done, like, closer to red.
Because my specific King Gambit is holding an Assault Vest, not an offensive item.
But it's still max attack, isn't it?
Yes. Max attack, Brave Nature. It's defiant. I thought about this. Nobunaga is max attack, Brave Nature. That was a resistant. I still did a clean half. Because it was at +1. If it had been any other stat drop, it would have been at +2, and it would have definitely killed. But I just did it for memes.
I do love, shit like that, of even this resisted hit drops it to rad. That's why I said even off a resisted Kowtow Cleave, as it being higher power, could have probably killed it.
Or dropped it to...
Because the other problem is I don't know what the hell the damage rolls are.
That's what I was using resisted. The thing is,
if you just clicked Iron Head, it would have died.
It would have definitely died, because Iron Head would have been neutral.
Yes.
I would have needed to live 1 hit, hope for no fucking burn, which would have been the only thing.
So, because it's using Fire Fang, it has a chance to miss. So even if it clicked Fire Fang, the game could have missed. Well, the other thing is if it was faster and, went first when you did click the Iron Head, not just burn, if it clicked Fire Fang, that move...
Fire Fang has a chance to burn, or a chance to flinch, or... And this annoys me about the Fang moves, it can roll both effects.
Because they're considered different.
Yes. Sporty Cape.
I read that on Spicy Cape for a minute.
Okay, so my whole, it was literally the resistance, but I still did a clean, 60-ish%. And that's, now, it is because it's resistive, but you have to think about... Okay, let's see. Alright. Yes! Give it to me.
Got a Mewtwo to go catch now.
It's time for the question of the day and my overall thoughts on the topic. So, anyway, what is your opinion on the first tournament? This tournament is rigged and basically plays out the exact same way for everyone. So, I can ask about this tournament and actually give my coherent thoughts and opinions on this specific tournament, since it's exactly the same when you play it for the first time. Overall, I think this tournament is a good introduction to how these tournaments work. And this tournament can be tricky, however, most people end up doing what I did and using overpowered and overleveled EV-trained Pokemon, meaning you can invalidate the tournament somewhat easily, which is not really that hard to do. So I can't give my full opinions on the overall difficulty of this tournament, since I basically invalidated the tournament with a lot of Pokemon that I basically EV trained, and they were also overleveled. So this was basically a good showcase of Pokemon I was working on at the time. Anyway, you can leave your thoughts, opinions, and answers in the comments, or you can leave them on social media. All of my social media links, as well as my Discord links, are in the video description. Now, as always, I need to be a shill for a minute. If you subscribe to the channel, and if you follow me on social media, that really helps our communities grow. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I hope I will see you all next time. So, as always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, everybody. I hope you come back someday. See you later!